stupid. Are you ready?
Okay, Smokey, roll 'em. That's silly. Shoot him now! Shoot him now!
I gotcha.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to That's Not Quite All Folks After Dark. I am your host, Mark Halem, joined by...
You know, the further we get into the summer, the harder it's going to be to actually have these after dark because it's getting lighter later. And I'm Jordan Schmidt, and we are here on a very momentous day, middle of May, as HBO is flailing around horribly, and all Looney products are either up in the air or hurtling downwards like the Challenger explosion.
That's where we're beginning things, by comparing things to the Challenger explosion.
It's not like 90 people are going to leave.
No. No, it's not like this going to explode in a fiery wreckage. Oh, man.
By the way, if you can't hear either me or Mark, okay. If you're hearing this and you can hear me and you can't hear Mark, or if you're not hearing this and you can hear Mark and not me, let us know in the comments.
Yes. Please let us know. Woo.
But yes, we are here. It's been about a couple of months since we last did one of these live streams. We're going to do one last month. We're going to do a momentous HBO Max / Max reveal day reaction. And then they didn't announce anything that would be good for our show, so we decided not to do one. And so now we are here with at least a lot of different things to talk about. And
coming good.
To the people who are, yeah, we're all good.
Yeah, we're all good.
Okay, good. And to at least, and to at the very least, to archive to the people that would eventually listen to this on Patreon or something as to what was going on in May 2023 that we were all up in arms about. But yeah, so first of all, we are recording this like a couple of days after Mark got back from Florida.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, you talked about it just as we were setting, because the one that just went out, the episodes that just went out were ones where it was both preparing for and coming back from this cruise, and I only heard little bits and pieces of what went on, like as you got Wi-Fi. So, like, did you at least enjoy yourself? Like, was it a much needed siesta from all of this?
I will say it was a nice experience. No, I'll give my background on this. So I've never done a cruise before, as my family's first cruise. Because, over the past 2 years, we've done Florida trips, Disney, Universal, and the like. And last year, we're like, let's do something different and potentially less expensive. So, yeah, we did this cruise on Royal Caribbean on the Independence of the Seas. That was the ship.
Okay.
And something I found really interesting is, like, whenever you're planning for a vacation now, you go on, like, you're on YouTube, like, what's, like, the YouTube scene? And you're used to, Disney and Universal, it's, like, millions of channels and hundreds of different perspectives. Cruise ships, especially Royal Caribbean cruise ships, they got one good fan YouTube channel, and the rest are just like family vlogs or what have you. And
okay, yeah.
And there was one vlog I really liked. It was a vacation. The family's been doing these vlogs for years, And it was a vlog where you can tell the father is coming to grips with the fact that his children are becoming teenagers and don't want to associate themselves with either him or the channel anymore. It's funny.
Sounds like a comedy bit.
It's
like a Kyle Mooney bit.
Yeah, it was like, oh, his family's falling apart.
The next one is just him without it. He's divorced and he's taking it alone. It's like, here are the amenities that they offer.
Well, I'm in Vegas. I'm gonna take a drink. Cut to the next shot. Get out of my face! Who edited this? I did. You edited your drunken escapades? Content. So, anyways, so we finally get on the boat, and this was it was a 4 days. So it was the excursion day at sea, a day in the Bahamas, and a day at Coco Cay. That's what their personal island is called. And the first 2 days were great. They have a nice, like, it's so funny. It's like the pool area you see in all the advertisements and stuff. That's not the kids and family pool. That's the loud, noisy pool. There's a section behind that called the solarium where me and my family spent the most of our time there because it was very cool. Dude, they were playing movies right down the while. No, you couldn't hear it. That's how, like, I don't know how they did, but it was really well managed. So, so first 2 days were great. I had some free pizza. That's one of the amenities. They have a pizza place that's complimentary. They have a lot of food that's complimentary. And that leads to my big issue. The big issue is that because I ate a bit much, and I have not a weak stomach, but, a stomach where, we eat enough acidic foods. My stomach gets a little pissed off. Now, on the cruise, we packed gas pills, and
you're
packed,
rocking around.
Actually, you know what's funny about the rocking around? I didn't feel that much rocking until, like, day 3 or 4. And it was weird, because it was like, I would sit on my couch, watch, like, the TV, which is also funny, because they have, like, 3 networks for, like, toddlers, children, and teenagers. And you would love this. The children and teenager one, I mean, they aired stuff from, like, the UK or whatever, but they aired Nickelodeon. And I'm talking, like, our era, they aired Rugrats.
Good.
From the Dill era. They aired My Life as a Teenage Robot. I caught an episode of Moments of Planet Sheen, but also Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. And, of course, the SpongeBob. So, like, and on the teen channel, they would occasionally show Avatar Last Airbender. So, good shit on the cruise. Great shit on the cruise TV. With up and down, to and fro. Thank you, James.
Walking.
Yeah, so anyways, my stomach. But back to my stomach. So, on the Bahama day, right? So, I started getting a little bit iffy the end of the second day. So, like, we had dinner. I was like, okay, my stomach's acting up. I should have the lightest thing on the menu. So I had, like,
shellfish.
No. I had, they had this, like, rice, peas, and, like, it looked like the most, like, I mean, it was good, but I was like, oh, this is the most safest thing I could possibly have. So I had that. I felt okay. Now, I will say this. Whenever I lie down, I felt better. So on the beach day, I was great. I just laid down the entire time.
Excellent.
And I will say, by the time the Coco Cay day was over, my stomach miraculously felt better. I don't know if it was because I was lying down. I don't know if it was because I was listening to a friend of the podcast, Cinema King's episode on the Super Mario Brothers movie. Plug. I don't know if it was listening to Podcast The Rides episode on Six Flags with Eric Bauza, which is a great episode, by the way. Great beach pop. You know, this is something that I never really thought about, but man, podcasting on the beach, like listen to podcasts on the beach, based on the episode, could be really relaxing. Which Which I'm just curious of what episodes of ours would be great listening to on the beach. Like it's just like you're sitting on the beach, listening to your headphones. It's just
Roadrunner episodes.
Get the camera out of my face, son of a bitch.
Probably Roadrunner episodes. Those are the most relaxing. So we're just talking about gags.
Oh yeah, yeah. Or our quite awful folks episodes. I think those are rather fun.
Oh yeah, those are always nice.
So but yeah, so on the Bahama day, I felt the worst. I was very bloated. This may be TMI. I don't care. Pages are gonna listen to this later and go like, "Oh my God, Mark, I didn't need to know this much information." Tough. You paid money for it. So, so I'm really bloated. I'm like, God damn, I need stomach medication. This isn't gas. I need stomach medication. So I'm like, where's the pharmacy? It's over there. I'm like, okay, I go to the pharmacy. I look at the medicine. There's stomach medication and there's gas pills. And my mind was so damn confused.
So you went to a Heyman pharmacy?
What? What?
Like were you on like a pharmacy in the Bahamas?
Yeah. They have pharmacies in the Bahamas.
Were they selling like, you know, other types of drugs?
I made sure it was a strict pharmacy, Jordan. No, I don't know if they sold other types of things. So.
Oh yeah, well you've got your aspirin and your Imodium. Would you like to see something else? Because like I clearly talk with this thick Philadelphia accent and not in anything that would be hard for me to imitate.
Exactly. So anyways, so I was like, I was looking at some medication at other gas because we didn't bring the gas pills with us off the boat. Actually, I don't think we could have. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Again, I'm confused. I'm not, to be honest with you, the entire trip, I wasn't entirely sure if it was stomach or gas. I really couldn't. So I'm like, fuck it. I'll buy more gas pills. Sure. I take it. I took some, I did have some foreign water though. Ever heard of this? Fiji. Ever heard of that?
Oh, you got the good shit.
Yeah.
Wow, all right. Mr. Big Time.
Yeah, I was desperate. And to make a long story short, I went back to a bench I was sitting at, and again, like you ever had like bad acidic burps? It's the worst. It's terrible. It's the worst because you're like, did I eat human feces? What the hell? It tastes terrible? So it did get to a point where I had to, vomit.
Take the Browns to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I took them to the Air Dome.
Gotcha.
I took them to the Air Dome.
Got it. All right. Jesus.
So I ran to a trash can, did my thing, and I felt a little better, but not by much, honestly. So
okay.
Yeah, so a lot of my recovery was just lying down in places, lying down in the solarium, lying in my hotel room. But,
Yeah, it's a good thing that cruises and vacations have lots of places to lie down.
They do. There's so many.
Yeah.
Dude, my family is so used to, like, waking up in the morning and reserving a chair for the pool or whatever. They legitimately, you cannot do that on a cruise. They literally have things in place like, hey, don't reserve your shit. There's plenty of chairs. You'll be fine. So, that was crazy. Now, I will say about the food, the service was fantastic. We spent all 4 nights in the main dining room. Fantastic service. Best I swear to God, best steak I've had was on that cruise. First day,
Damn.
had a New York strip steak, perfectly seasoned, just
Oh my
melted
God.
in your mouth. It was absolutely fantastic.
Fantastic.
The best thing though was they had Ben and Jerry's on board, cheap
Oh,
Ben and Jerry's. Now my family is a Jersey Shore sort of crew, not that Jersey Shore, the good one, like the Wildwoods
yeah.
or the cities.
Yeah, South Shore.
And
Yeah.
yeah, and Ben and Jerry's. I don't know if you know the story. Ben and Jerry's are really expensive down at the shore because it's ice cream. Yeah, you're paying
They're
top
expensive
dollar.
everywhere. So yeah.
True, but like,
Yeah.
yeah, just on the boat. I think it's like the tax or whatever. No, it wasn't that pricey. So yeah, got myself a waffle cone there. So whether or not,
There you go. Excellent.
yeah,
Yeah,
man,
no,
no, good.
I was
Yeah.
supposed to take a cruise. Like I was supposed to take a cruise a good, like literally the week that COVID happened. I had plans to go and take a Royal Caribbean cruise actually, and
Oh
that
shit.
didn't happen. So I mean, I've taken cruises before. I took a Disney cruise when I was really young. That one was pretty cool for that age, especially. I took a Carnival cruise when I was a teenager, which was cool because it was a nice cruise and all, and we went to some nice places, but we took the cruise out of New Orleans.
Mhm.
So I got to go down there and sample some of the cuisine, which I've always wanted to do, and then go out on a cruise with a ship that felt like it was about like 40 LSU people, like a lot of people who were wearing purple and gold and shouting "Who dat?"
Oh,
Which again is fine,
yeah.
but it was a
Oh,
rowdy
good.
bunch. But yeah, no, we don't not to discourage anyone from the Louisiana portion of America, but yeah, no, cruises are nice. I don't know when I'm going to take another one, but yeah, the whole thing is you got to pace yourself though, because they give you
Yes.
all the food you could want, and you got to avoid the buffets because you do, and
Yeah.
just pace yourself. Don't have too much, and make
Yes.
sure that it's a good place to take risks. So I remember one time at the Carnival cruise we went out of, one of the appetizer options they had was like crocodile fritters or something. I didn't have it, but like it sounded really good.
Mhm. Yeah. I will say, it's been a while since I've had French onion soup. It's been longer since I've had
Mm.
good French onion soup. Dude, the third day where I was like really sick, they had actually no. It was the second day. On the second night of dining, they had French onion soup. I'm like, I really want that, but I know my stomach is not the best right now. But guess what, baby? Fourth night, French onion soup was back on the menu. I'm like, I'm gonna have that, and it
Boom.
was fantastic. It was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. No, I didn't know that it went that south for you, but I'm glad you survived. I'm glad
Yes,
you didn't die.
yes, I'm glad that I
Um,
survived. Unfortunately, I cannot say the same for Sylvester over here. He looks pretty bad at the moment, guys.
when you were talking about being seasick, I remembered just somber, anguished Sylvester. All right.
Yeah. Which, by the way,
Okay.
that brings me back to So you were in charge of the Twitter for the week when I was gone,
Yes.
Jordan. So
Yes.
how was that experience for you?
Uh, I think I did really well. Yeah. It's great because I occasionally do handle a tweet or two, and I do, like if I get an idea for something, I first check to make sure you haven't already jumped on it, and
Mhm.
second, I like all right, is there a funny way of doing this? And then I go and do that. But Mark was out in on the water, and I'm like, all right, I have basically free range to do whatever the hell I want. And I think while I didn't exactly burn the place down, I had a lot of fun with it, and I liked sort of again like I like what we can do in where I can like reach out to people and be like, oh yeah, you like this too. I like this. This is, I like being something of a spokesman for, the brand and for the Looney Tunes and having fun like that. And so I got opportunities to do that as well as just be me and start an international outcry against Jeopardy and do fun things like that.
Yes, and what was great was what was great was like when I got to the Bahamas, that's when I got internet connectivity back. So I just went on the Twitter and went, "Oh, this shit's funny." Yeah, wait.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I was doing a great job, and like I was hoping that, like, you know, the for it to I was kind of hoping you'd stay at sea for even longer, Mark, so I'd have more tweets to get out. But no, thankfully you did arrive on time and all that. But yeah, no, you'll probably see some more occasional tweets from the official accounts. You'll know which ones are mine, because I think they'll be more sardonic and or probably in all lowercase.
Yes. I tend to shout in their tweets. But yeah. Also, they're very much in your voice, which I really liked.
Yes, and that's what I try and do, because I write like I talk. So
yeah,
like I want it to be very much me.
Yes. So,
all right.
You guys know what topics
should we segue into the big story of today?
I think we shall. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, our first topic of discussion tonight is, of course, Max. Max out your credit cards, people.
That fucker. Oh, you mean HBO Max?
Oh,
Max. Okay, got it.
Which Max are you referring to?
No one. To paraphrase the great orator and poet Eddie Vedder, everything has changed. Absolutely nothing changed. I had some time to check out HBO Max. Or sorry, I'm already fucking it up. I had some time to check out Max today. There's a lot of interface things that I think are worse than the original version. There's a lot more scrolling you have to do. The new movies or new content thing is a lot less streamlined, and it's not even in alphabetical order by genre like it was on the old one. They didn't really address any of the criticisms of cartoon fans. Nothing that was removed from the app before was restored. Everything is still relegated to Boomerang. It's basically HBO Max, but worse somehow.
It's HBO. I'll put it this way,
which is funny.
It's HBO Max if it was claustrophobic, you know, because with HBO Max, I'm showing everyone here on the screen. Yes, we have the technology. We can show you HBO Max as we're talking. Is that like it just seems too all together, and the sidebar's gone. You know, if I click on the Max home thing,
the sidebar.
The sidebar was nice. It was a good place for all your hubs. Because these hubs right here, I mean, okay, first of all, hi, TLC HGTV. You know it's not here anymore? The Looney Tunes. They're not there anymore.
Yeah.
Isn't that great?
No, they're under kids, I think, right?
But again, here's the thing that confuses me, right? There's Kids and Family. Oh, it's okay. No named Shadow. It's all good. It's like I'm late, dude. It's fine. It's fine, man. So, but
it's okay. We had a full thing on Mark's cruise just to make sure there was time before the actual important things. No offense.
Yes. Hey. You missed me. You missed me hurling. Anyways. No, but okay, listen. Cartoon Network. They're great. I love Cartoon Network, but I will consider them kids. Oh
yeah.
Oh, it's Cody. Oh, yo.
Oh, hey, Cody.
They've been replaced by Chomps the Spiderus. Okay. Okay. Let's go in the Kids and Family. Let's go in the Kids and Family right now. Okay. So, Doctor Who's Kids and Family.
Yeah,
okay,
sure.
didn't know that.
Wait. So
Yes.
really? And isn't
Yes.
Doctor Who supposed to be like a Disney Plus thing going forward?
The new seasons are.
That's going to be confusing.
Boy, oh howdy. So let's see what I got here. We have, we got Gumball, of course, robots, and, Epic Adventures looks pretty nice. Got the Teen Titans Red Spider-Man the Animated Series. That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Good.
Okay, it's a mystery for little kids. Bugs Bunny Build. Okay, there's Bugs Bunny Builders. Heard good things about that show. Okay, we're still scrolling, by the way. Let's see. Full House.
Yeah, of course we are.
Okay, Scooby-Doo's on here. Okay, cool. Okay, still scrolling. Still scrolling here. Men in Black. Okay, that's good. The Shazam sequel that nobody liked. Okay, Full House. Okay. Oh, here they are. All the way down. It's near the bottom. Yep, near the bottom. Looney Tunes. Alright, let's click on this.
So we got your priorities straight, Daslov.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Looney
all
Tunes.
The way at the bottom.
And something that's been brought up on social, like literally the second I woke up today, Jordan messaged me the end line from What's Opera Doc, which better from an opera happy ending, because this is the same. It's up to 15.
Exactly the same.
Exactly the same. Even down to the Bunker Hill Bunny. Why is Bunker Hill Bunny have a release year of 1966? That's not humanly possible.
Yeah, no. It's even more messed up. I haven't even checked what the Who's Line situation is. It's probably not much better.
Is Who's Line?
I think everything's still there though, which is good.
Let's see.
It is. I know it is.
It is.
But
okay.
It's probably
cool.
Yeah, but look, the same problems persist. It's just with even more interface issues and even more buggy tomfoolery that probably won't be fixed until far too late. If anything, it's just more evidence that the streaming bubble has kind of popped, and that if they're not going to be good, then people are just going to turn on them. I mean, there are much better streaming services, and even the actual better ones are still purging content for tax write-offs.
Man, that was a fun. That was a fun 24 hours where the only thing would, because we're referring to Disney Plus. So Disney Plus announced and a couple of days ago, hey, we're getting rid of some stuff because money, which is what are you guys talking about? Guardians just made close to $1 billion. No, we need more money. Okay, fine. And the idea, which is the one, at least they didn't do this, but it was a lot of Disney Plus original shit. And that's not cool. But it's not cool. But I'll just imagine the Hellfire. You know what? I imagine the Hellfire. They're like Hunchback of Notre Dame. Don't have the. It's too expensive. We can't keep it on this. At least they didn't touch.
You laugh, but maybe that is the future. The ones that they're not going to do remakes of, they'll just delete.
Yeah, but because I remember when it first got revealed, and one of the things was music licensing, and Muppet Twitter went fucking feral. No, not again. We can't do this music rights bullshit again. Oh my goodness! But
Max is what you'd expect, and I mean, do you think it's going to get any better going forward? Do you think that? How much do you think is going to be saved at all thanks to the outcry?
Well, no, I was just saying that's really interesting. South Park is still here. They're going through a legal battle right now with Paramount all about South Park and like, hey, wait, because due to the pandemic, South Park, because it seems like HBO Max was owed 3 seasons of new South Park, and then the pandemic happened, and then Paramount Plus was like, here's new South Park, and then HBO was like, wait a minute, what the fuck? They're supposed to go to us, and they're like, no, they're movies. They weren't. There were hour-long TV specials that you can buy physically. I'll give them that. Those are entitled. You can buy the post-COVID specials on DVD or whatever.
But, that's at least something. That's score for Paramount Plus,
which is rare these days. But yeah, as for what Max can accomplish within this time, I mean, from a Looney perspective or just in general?
I mean, in general, I guess.
I don't think there's much they can do except try to be what HBO Max was, which that's essentially what this service is, except stupid. Yeah, that's pretty much all they gotta do is just, try to be like HBO Max, release those series finales to Barry and Succession on time, not have the stream crash, and yeah.
It should be like the Seinfeld episode where George quits his job, and then they're like, why don't you just go back and pretend it didn't happen?
It's just
they should do that with HBO Max.
Just one day, it's just HBO Max again. It's like, oh, what happened?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, cool.
But from a Looney perspective, this sucks. From a Looney perspective, I'm still up here. Let's see. Did they add Duck Dodgers? No. Okay.
Of course not.
Oh, time Looney Tunes. Let's see here. Yep. Yeah. King Tweety. Well, at least Mystery Mysteries are still on here.
Yeah.
There's that.
Yeah, considering.
And King Tweety is on here. And King Tweety.
Our episode on that one drops next week, right?
Yeah. Yes, it is. You can give your comments right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, we had fun with that one. We tried our best to keep it somewhat like respectful, because like all the people who worked on it are on Twitter, and we try to at least put in that disclaimer maybe like 20 times. But we obviously have some criticisms as well as some compliments. You guys will like it. It's interesting.
Also, if you are going to comment for King Tweety, also have the comment be respectful. We already got one comment we're not going to read because like it just went off on this rant against the director. Don't do that.
I think she has a stupid face.
Yeah, it's like don't do that. Come on.
We're not gonna incite anything.
No.
Except against David Zaslav. We think he has a stupid face as well.
Okay. Can I just briefly talk about our hell with the event in April? Which is, I know in the beginning you really summarized it, but the people need to know. So, in April, they like the end of March, they're like, hey, we're gonna do a live stream event kicking off Max, the new Warner streaming service. So as people who have an invested interest in Looney Tunes and henceforth, unfortunately, Warner Brothers, we have to go, okay, there's some Looney projects that we know are in limbo. Maybe this is where they announce them. Maybe this is where we get, hey, Bye Bye Bunny is now a Max exclusive. It's going to come out in 2024.
Yeah.
What have you.
Because I thought that they were going to actually bring up the free HBO one that they were starting that was probably going to have all these projects that were in limbo on it.
Or something like that. So we plotted out time for ourselves. I was actually out eating lunch when the live stream went live, so I had to like prepare my entire day around it essentially. So like, okay.
Yeah. No, I was taking notes for the first couple of minutes and everything.
Yeah, we were ready to go. We were like, okay, let's do this. And I told Jordan, because I don't even remember the Max live stream, which why would you? It was boring as sin. Um, it began with like the longest legalese I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was so
it was
much.
like, it was this over the. It felt like the Animaniacs writers wrote it. Like that's how over the top it was. They were like, oh god,
it was more like the
this?
Star Wars crawl of legalese.
It was insane. So, finally, the live stream begins, and Zaslav walks out. And listen, I have to consider myself that I'm, I'm pretty well versed in the art of, public speaking. I mean, we do podcasting for a living.
Yeah.
But the way this guy spoke, it was purely corporate. The most boring white bread voice I've ever heard. And the whole thing was, he was bringing up these talking points, and it felt like he was reading them off a prompter. And it was the most...
Yeah, because he was.
Right. And listen, Michael Eisner was also that, who used to run Disney back in the day. That was kind of...
Hi, Michael Eisner.
But there was a charm to that, because one, you're the CEO of Disney, you have to have some sort of charm. You can't just be a corporate nobody.
Yeah, unless your name is Michael Ovitz or Bob Chapek.
Yeah. So we're watching this, and immediately we're going, boy, they sure haven't talked about... First of all, they didn't talk about any content for like 20 minutes. It was the most like okay, I get to it. And what would kill me is, we're watching the stream, eyes glazed, and occasionally they'll say the Looney Tunes, and we perk up. We're like, oh shit. Oh, is this it? Is this it? And so many times I have the messenger records of me messaging Jordan.
Oh, God.
Is this it? This is it. Here we go. It's gonna happen now. Here we go. It's gonna happen now. And it never fucking came.
Well, it was just basically slapping on our faces, as well as repeatedly referring to Bugs Bunny as kids' entertainment, which not always the case. It can be, but it isn't always. And delegitimizing a lot of the property that all of us have put time and effort into, and then pumping up all the other things that shouldn't be pumped up, like Discovery and TLC and that shit, and giving more time to Chip and Joanna Gaines than they would to actually Bugs Bunny, who they have been saying that they were going to prioritize, and it made me very angry. And
he was so mad, guys.
Yeah, I was livid
for like an hour.
I was really mad.
Yeah, you guys would not have wanted a live stream of us being pissed the fuck off.
No.
But yeah, it was, and also about that we did promise a live stream for everyone that same day. It was like, we can't fucking do a live stream. There's nothing here. So yeah, in case you're wondering why that message called "not wasting our fucking time" went up, that's why. That's because yeah. But now we have actual stuff to talk about, so that's fantastic. So, as for Max,
we do. A lot more things have happened since then.
Thank God. But as for Max, they really haven't added. Okay, Boomerang has Duck Dodgers. Boomerang has Tasmania. Like, I mean, listen. Boomerang has its flaws. Your friend has your friend Chris has stated on Twitter. It's like, yeah, Boomerang sucks, but at least they got characterization and like sorted by character and titles, and there's
it's an older system, and it's archaic compared to HBO Max, and it doesn't have the quality HBO Max does sometimes.
But still there. It's still there. All right, so we have some comments from the chat here.
Coming from
Like,
David
God.
Zaslav saying, please, I'm sorry.
Which, by the way, if you ever want to feel good about yourself, type in David Zaslav Boston commemorative speech.
BU, yeah.
Oh my
All the
God,
BU
that
kids. I should have looked at BU. Apparently, it was a nice. I had some friends that went there, but apparently, it's a nice program as well. But yeah,
We have a comment here from Chaz Clark who says this is pointless. The powers that be will never renew half the Looney Tunes and Symphony Library, etc. Most of us will might as well support physical media. You know what?
that's what I've been doing.
Yeah. And boy, are we going to get to something later in the stream that supports that very well.
Mm-hmm.
And Cody says, go Boston. Yeah.
Oh. Not you too. Jesus. I mean, yes, BU, yes, but not the Sox. No.
Wait,
No.
wait, hold on. I'm going to Boston in July.
I know, believe me, like Fenway, but that doesn't mean I want the Sox to succeed. I mean, I want them to win your game. It's better when there's a win at Fenway, but I don't want them to win all the games.
Oh, we're going because you want them to lose. We're that type of people. All right. So, is there anything else you want to say about this stupid streaming service?
Disney Plus is looking a lot better right now. I don't know.
It really is. Oh, you're kind of okay. We got some. All right, got a comment here. Corey asks, "You're coming to my neighborhood?" Yeah. My family's taking a trip down there at a certain point in time, which I'm not gonna say on stream. No offense. It's just to don't want people to be like, "He's coming on this specific day. Get him." Because clearly, I am that famous now. We have a comment here from James Irish, who says, the state of streaming calls to mind this quote from Gremlins 2. Great movie.
Hey.
Well, it's rather brutal out here. Recommending selling stocks and investing in canned foods and shotguns.
Yes. That's something that several friends of mine have quoted to me as well. So that's great. By the way, Gremlins 2. If you like Gremlins 2, stick with us for another couple of years. We like that movie.
Yes.
All right. Do you want to go through some other Looney News topics that have come up in the last couple months?
Yes, indeed. I have a whole thing. There we go. I don't know. I hit so many profile icons. What the? Yeah, okay, that's okay. Cody, you're right. Max has a lot of profile icons. It's kind of insane. Yeah,
it's great. I made my dad smoking away.
Yeah, I'm Bugs because branding. No, but what's so funny about that is Looney Tunes. It's just Bugs, Daffy, Marvin, Taz, like Tweet. It's like the common people. For Justice League Unlimited, the Bruce Timm Justice League series, it's 15 people. It's insane. Which, hell yeah, fantastic show. Watch it if you haven't. But it's damn, 15 characters for one show. And Looney Tunes get 6. Okay. Alright. Sorry, Looney Tunes. You start making $1 billion for us, then we'll care. Okay, let's go to Looney news, and a lot of Looney news has dropped over the past couple of months. All right, so I'm gonna. Okay, so first on the plate.
Yeah, we'll blow through. Yeah,
is Acme Fools. This is the very first thing. Literally, because it launched on April 1st. This Acme Fools marketing plan that Warner Bros. Did at the entire month of April, where they did something I thought they were no longer capable of doing, either Warner Brothers or Cartoon Network, which is airing Looney Tunes at appropriate times of the day. Because, like, it was so strange, because last year, for this Acme Fools thing, it was pathetic, because it was just, they had one social media influencer record little interstitials, and that was it. They didn't show any Looney Tunes at all. And they cut to this year's Acme Fools, and I'm 95% sure it's because it's Warner Bros. 100th, so it's like, oh, let's celebrate the Looney Tunes this month, because if we don't, they will kill us, which, yes.
We will.
Yes, we have that power. So right off the gate, it's just, okay, we're gonna show classic Looney Tune block here in the morning, a classic Looney Tune block here in the afternoon, and a classic Looney Tunes block at night. Already got my attention.
Beautiful.
And they are good stuff. They began the blog with a Wile E. Coyote marathon. So it was just, a bunch of Wile E. Coyotes all at once, which is fantastic. They then had a amazing double play of Duck Amuck, followed by What's Opera Doc, which is like, holy shit, that's beautiful. Yeah.
The classics.
And exactly the good shit. And no, in between all this, they aired the Looney Tunes show for the first time since like the 2010s, which, again, like, great episodes. They aired. No, actually, I know for a fact, thanks to Spiderus in the chat, they aired an episode we covered, the Shell game, one with Cecil the Turtle, where he has a Glock.
Yeah, classic.
Yes, and just really, really good stuff there, and it was so strange. At the exact same time they did that, they aired these interstitials that they made, where it's, again, it's promotion. The whole thing with Warner Bros. 100 is they're doing these collab crossover things with the Looney Tunes and other cartoon characters, where it's
so they're in all these different movies.
Yeah, and it's Eric Bauza dubbing over the dialogue, and they're cute, but also they're really funny, because it's just, it's Mortal Kombat, except it's Elmer Fudd saying, "Your soul is mine."
Perfect.
And they also had these animated interstitials where, it's Looney Tunes characters as Wizard of Oz, Looney Tunes characters as Scooby-Doo, Looney Tunes, and, like, okay, listen, I don't think it was done by a big team, because probably not.
It looks a little more.
It looked like it looked like the Flash era. It looked like the Flash era.
A little bit, yeah.
If they put a few more frames to the animation, which, again, no shade, but that's what it looked like. But there was some good ones. I like the Flintstones one for Dino, because the only dinosaur character they got is from Daffy Duck and the Dinosaur, and even then, that's just a gray blob. So it's just, so they just put Wile E. Coyote in a Dino costume, just like you're Dino, fine. Roll with it. Oh, I got from James. At this rate, the Mortal Kombat franchise going through guest characters. I have to expect Elmer to show up in the games at some point. That would be fantastic.
Hadouken. No, that's Street Fighter. Never mind.
Fake gamer.
That's why they only let me host the earlies.
So again, good stuff. And while that's going on, we're like, okay, hell yeah, Looney Tunes airing all day. And I guess they're thinking, well, we can't just air Looney Tunes during, the hell was that? Anyways,
I don't know.
we can't just air Looney Tunes on Cartoon Network, so let's air them on Turner Classic Movies at random times during the month of April.
Yeah, it's mostly just being like before movies air on TCM. They'll put in a movie and it's like, okay, here's the movie with your feature, and it's usually stuff that has a thematic tie into the movie, and they've been doing a really good job curating those. And it's always good to air like, and again, it's usually a lot of the really really good ones from that era, so it's great.
Yeah. And something that was funny was, okay, there's two examples that I caught live. One was Rapid Fire. And what was funny about Rapid Fire was during the April 1st airing, okay, go show Rapid Fire. I'm like, awesome. And listen, like when you watch Looney Tunes cartoons as a kid, you think back, or you think they're these pristine remastered HD quality because you're a child, and it's like this is the best it could ever look like. And then you see an actual taping from the time you probably watch these cartoons, and you go, "Oh no, it actually looked like crap."
Yeah,
For
wow.
some reason, on Cartoon Network side, their copy of Rapid Fire, I swear to God, it was the copy we watched as kids. Like it was the
Oh,
28, it was the 24 karat collection version, and it was a little bit blurry. I believe they stretched it. Oh, okay, they didn't stretch it. They like zoomed in a bit to fit it 16:9, and it was
but it
like
was ours.
it was and it was slightly pitched up, but yeah, it's so like it was this weird thing where, well, nice of Cartoon Network to take out their VHS players they could put in Rapid Fire for
Yeah.
us. But no, but Turner Classic Movies, when they had Rapid Fire, they got the HD remaster and it looked really cool. And
Yeah,
yeah,
good.
also a big deal was they aired Carablanca. This was
Oh,
cool. They
before
aired
Casablanca, yeah.
They were showing Casablanca, so they showed Carablanca, and this was a big deal apparently in Looney Land because this is the first time that the HD remaster of Carablanca aired outside of MeTV's Tune In With Me. It's a very big deal. It's like
Oh, great.
this is like the broadcast cable broadcast premiere, and
Perfect.
it looked cool. Looked cool.
Good.
And
That's always great when that gets pub.
yeah. Were there any other shorts, Jordan, that you saw was airing on Turner Classic Movies you went, oh, I should watch that one?
I forget. No. Is there
You
something you're
sure?
referring to?
There were no certain amphibians?
Oh, did One Froggy Evening do one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's one buggy evening where it was airing while I was at work, and luckily, like I was working a night shift at work, and thankfully the store was dead. So I'm just like, fuck it.
Let's put it
Takes
on. Yeah.
out phone, goes on cable. It's like so. I caught the last like 2 minutes of One Froggy Evening. Still kind of mid. No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I kid. I kid.
Don't play games with me.
Yeah, yes. But also they showed like Hollywood Steps Out. They showed like they showed some Rocky Muggsy cartoons. They
Oh,
showed
good.
um they showed they showed the Errol Flynn Robin Hood movie, but they didn't show it with Robin Hood Daffy. They
Oh,
showed it
beautiful.
with no, they didn't show it with Robin Hood Daffy. They showed it with Rabbit Hood, which okay makes sense. Errol Flynn's
Still a pretty good one.
he's in Rabbit Hood with footage from that movie. Like it fits, but
Yeah.
I'm more preferred towards Robin Hood Daffy, but that's my opinion.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, that was great. So, and if anything, I think it just inspired. You know what? I would not be surprised if there was a slight uptick in viewership during April because of this. No, I really do hope that TCM, because Turner Classic Movies, from my understanding, is one of the few sections of WB that hasn't been touched by Zaslav. It's very much
Yeah.
like
I mean, they're beginning to. There are a couple programming changes in the last couple of years, and obviously it's not the same without Robert Osborne and that kind of stuff. But it's pretty much what it was. It's not completely what it was, but it's still trying to be. So
Listen, Warren Beatty is still allowed to buy time out of
Oh
their
my
schedule
God.
to
Oh
pitch
God.
every single variant of Dick Tracy that could ever possibly get made.
Just to keep the rights.
Because who needs integrity? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing that you have here, Mark, is Collector's Choice is coming out at the end of the month, beginning of next month.
Oh yeah, it is. I'm just gonna 1 sec.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Pause as Mark adjusts.
As I
the
adjust.
thing
Yes, there we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, this was hilarious. I don't know what you're doing. This is the funniest fucking thing. So, 2 months ago, during our last live stream, I reported live, like, hey, there's something going on with the Looney Tunes thing. Jerry Beck's being very tight-lipped about it, and we can't really tell you anything because he won't really tell us anything. How long between that stream and them announcing it was there?
Couple weeks.
Just about. Couple weeks, and they're just like...
Because Warner Brothers rushed it. That's what we've learned.
Yeah, well, actually, it was supposed... Okay, so, again, like fucking clockwork, another podcast came out the day we do the stream from Jerry Beck and friend George, who works at the Warner Archive, and they did talk about Collector's Choice, and that apparently this was supposed to come out last fall, but there was one short, not the one you're thinking of, not the one everyone's going to buy this for, not that one, but a different short where the only good quality print was in the Library of Congress, and they can't take the films out during the summer because of the heat of the film. So they had to wait till the winter of 2022 to get the print out to remaster it. So it was like one short, they had to push this thing all the way to the end of May of this year, which, okay, fine.
Damn.
That short better be the best damn short ever, no offense.
The fact that they were tight-lipped about it until then.
Yeah, so okay, so if you're not in the know of what this is, it's the latest attempt from the people who brought you the Going Collection to release more Looney Tunes cartoons out for everyone, essentially. Now, initially, it was reported that, these are completely new remasters. Since then, we've learned that some of these are from HBO Max, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which, hey, they got rid of them, so, okay, sure. These are now exclusive to home media. Okay.
I'll take it. But...
Yeah, so what this is, again, it's a 1-disc, 20 cartoon set. There are no bonus features, which it's a Warner Archive release. Those tend to be kind of skimpy with the bonus features. That's kind of how it rolls. And
we don't need bonus features if the shorts are good.
Exactly. And the one thing that everybody loved, that they announced the release and the set list. And some good stuff. There's like just like 2 Wile E. Coyote cartoons on here. There's a Foghorn Leghorn. There's a Three Bear. The first I didn't notice the first Three Bears short after Bugs Bunny and the Three Bears. The official beginnings, officially, of the Three Bears shorts, which is interesting. Got some Mr. Tweety in there. The 2 Gophers from Texas is on here. Because,
all right.
Yeah. There's some really good stuff. But the big one. The one that everyone lost their goddamn minds on. As they should, frankly. As they absolutely should.
Beanstalk Bunny.
Yeah.
About time.
It's about fucking time. It's about damn time.
Yeah.
As the kids say.
Yeah.
And it's this thing where, well, first of all, of all moments in our show to be now become dated, I'm glad my rant that this great cartoon is in all media is now dated. Thank you. like literally, literally, like the entire like 2-3 minutes, it was just me riffing like, why the fuck isn't this on all media? It deserves it. It's a great cartoon. Sure enough, and like, I was listening to the this episode that Jordan and Jerry did on the Extras podcast, and they did say like, yeah, one of the first things we did was we need Beanstalk Bunny, and I wanted to go into more detail because again, always perplexed me is every time someone asks about Beanstalk Bunny, Jerry's like, it's the negative's bad. There's more elements to be found from it, and da 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 da. They didn't go into detail about what they found this time. Maybe a fan submitted a really good quality printer. Like, thank you. I'm gonna take this and actually, but yeah, really, which is fantastic. That's the entire reason why I immediately put down my pre-order. And
it's I pre-ordered it too. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's coming out May 30th. It may come sooner, but because I remember one time I ordered
something.
Yeah,
Not a fan.
Oh no, it wasn't the fan. That was a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, the fan. One of the movies I saw on my road trip down to Florida. I downloaded it to my phone and watched the fan again.
All right,
it's a great movie. But no, like I ordered a the Barbecue Bottom remastered. I ordered that, and it came like 2-3 days before the official release date. So
great.
Who knows? But yeah, a lot of people were excited for this, as they should, and of course, the big thing with a set like this is they can only do more and more people buy it. According to George, it could honestly be a case of on how successful it is. It's possible that not only could they do volumes 2, 3, and 4, it's possible they can become 2-disc, 3-disc sets even.
Yes, so buy it, guys.
Buy it. And but also, while I was listening to this episode, because again, same people bought the Golden Collection, so it got some interesting tidbits about the Golden Collection from this episode. One of them was they had this planned, the Golden Collections planned since like 97, 98, 99-ish. Like, Sabrina DVD is like, oh, we should probably get on this. And yes, part of the reason why they did the sets was because of Back in Action, advertising, hey, Looney Tunes movie, here's some Looney Tunes. And half that plan worked, Yeah. Half that plan worked.
To an extent.
And also, when they initially had the plans for these Golden Collections, they were planning 10 of them. 10 Golden Collections. That's insane. That's nuts. You can imagine 10 Golden Collections. That would have been cool
if we just kept going. Yeah.
Yeah, just eventually we do get Beanstalk, because another thing Jerry brought up is all the shorts on here. If they were to keep doing the Golden Collections or the Platinum Collections for that matter, they would have eventually gotten to these shorts. It really,
times changed, and
it really wasn't a case of like, well, we ran out of the good ones. It was literally a case of we're out of budget. The times have changed. We have to pivot.
Yeah. And so they did.
Yeah.
But like, if they can at least keep cranking these out, and get to some more of the ones that like we want them to, then that'd also be pretty ideal. And I'll keep buying them as well.
Oh yeah, because like this was like originally when it went on pre-order, it was like $22. I think now it's at like 18 or something. Like it's at a very it in my opinion, I think it's at a very doable price. But you know,
Okay.
all depends on your budget. You know, if you can afford it.
Yeah.
But what I do like is it's like it really doesn't seem like from what I could tell from their delivery in this episode, it didn't seem like they were like, buy these or else the Looney Tunes will disappear forever and it's your fault. It's very much
No.
hey, we want to do this. The fan support seems good. Yeah, we'll see. It's pretty much we'll see what happens. That's essentially what it is. Like even when the interviewer asked, "Hey, if there were to be a volume 2, what would you guys do?" Even they're like, "We really don't know. We have some ideas, but like, buy the first volume." Which
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you should have said like, "Oh well, actually, we're planning on remastering." Well, it's like a really good Looney Tunes cartoon that hasn't been remastered yet. I don't know.
Oh God, I don't know.
Yeah, Devil's Feud Cake. How fucking know.
Sure, I don't know.
I don't know. But yeah, that just got on the Clutter's choice. It's coming out end of this month, and
Yeah.
if you can support your local Looney Tunes community today.
Yes.
All right.
So the next one we have here is about some more stuff with old Looney Tunes content being put back on television.
Yes, it is. So this is a pretty exciting.
And now 5-minute break as Mark changes the slide again.
No. This is right next. This is the next slide. Yeah. So, again, great timing considering what episode just came out today. But yes, Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries and the Looney Tunes Show are both coming back to the broadcast television. The Looney Tunes Show is very quick. They're taking one slot away from new Looney Tunes, one from like the Wabbit new Looney Tunes. They're taking one slot away from that. Yes, they're taking one slot away from that and putting an episode of the Looney Tunes Show in there instead, which, cool, you know. The Looney Tunes Show is the Looney Tunes Show is honestly HBO Max's like Office. You know, like Netflix had The Office, and everyone's like, "Holy shit, The Office is amazing." I really do think the Looney Tunes Show was HBO Max's The Office, of just people going, "Oh my god, the Looney Tunes Show did really well there." Yeah.
But it's good that they're doing this, and it's good that they're not only like, you know, getting these back out to, you know, new generations that want to do it, but also just still utilizing Cartoon Network and also Discovery Family and some of these other places, and, you know, making sure that like Looney content is still on television, even if it's older stuff.
I mean, what's great about Mystery Mysteries, especially, is because the cool thing when they were on HBO Max and on Max is they're a remastered cut, one that we haven't seen before. Yes. It's exclusive to streaming cut, and now children who, unfortunately, whose parents believe that this Discovery Channel is fun for kids, which I don't think it is. But hey, at least they get good Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries with TV spots using the episode to be 2 or not be 2, because apparently that's the most popular episode of Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, and we just happened to cover it.
I mean, like, I remembered loving it, and that's why we covered it. So,
oh yeah, it's a good episode, but it's so strange how like that the Looney Tunes Twitter account shared an image from that. It's just really like that episode, but there's like 50 episodes of that show, guys. Come on, pick a different shot. But
They knew which ones were good. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's pretty exciting. And oh, Cody. Okay, Cody, watch season 1 of Certain Tree of Mysteries.
Yeah.
Season 1's the good shit.
There's some okay shit in season 2, but season 1's a lot more consistent.
Yeah.
Because it's full length, 20-minute episodes.
Yeah. Also, I did see on the Looney Tunes, I think from Termite Terrence Club, I think he shared there's an episode of the Looney Tunes show that goes against like the formula of the Looney Tunes show, and it's like this big Looney Tune love letter to like the Looney Tunes or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have one slated now, but that's definitely in the next one. If we do get to do a next one, because that's, yeah. Okay, right. I'm gonna say what's in our next slide, Jordan. That okay?
Why? What's wrong with me doing it?
You know what? Guess what it is, and I'll switch to the slide. Let's see if you're right.
Well, since I have the itinerary up here, I imagine it's something having to do with the Tasmanian Devil, correct?
Actually, it was Tiny Toons, but yes, Taz. Let's go with Taz.
Don't just make an itinerary and then switch things around.
My bad. Sorry. So, God damn it, how many times do I have to mind my own damn business and then Warner Bros. Just goes, here's a new Looney Tunes movie?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good problem to have.
It is.
I mean, and I think this is the same division, because this is Taz Quest for Burger that we're talking about, yes. Which released a new info and trailer and everything. And a lot of this is the same division that did King Tweety, although it's trying to, I think it's aimed for a slightly older audience, I hope. And judging from the trailer, I think it does. I like the storyline we're getting, and I like the sort of out of shape Taz that has to be the mentor for these new sort of characters.
Yeah, because again, what I can guess what the Warner MH division is trying to do, and I do think it's a good idea, is, take the Looney Tunes, you can take them, but kind of do your own thing with them, but still have them be the characters, like Taz Quest for Burgers. He's not just crazy wild Taz, he's this down and out, kind of former Tasmanian Devil of himself, and this young kid comes along. It's a story that's been done before, but never with the Tasmanian Devil.
It's Creed, but with Taz.
Exactly. Okay, I'll see some spirals here. Can't wait for you guys use that Caddy's quote. Is that a reference to Kid Icarus? I really like his work, but I'm not entirely sure what that's in reference to. But thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, Taz Quest for Burger. It looks different animation style, but not bad. Different, but not bad. And good characters. I think it's going to be a little more attention-driven than King Tweety was. No offense to King Tweety. We'll get one when the episode comes out. But King Tweety was very much dialogue-focused. Yeah, King Tweety was very much dialogue-focused. This seems a lot more slapstick. And listen, it's written by Ryan Kramer, who worked on Looney Tunes cartoons. He knows how to do good Looney slapstick.
Pretty good hands.
So, yeah. A pretty reliable source there.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of excited for that one, and we'll cover it eventually on the show.
Yeah. Because the Bandicoot. That's right. He's the child's a Bandicoot.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So speaking of new Looney product, it's so funny. We're like, Warner Bros. Doesn't care about Looney Tunes. Cut to like 2 products coming out this year. We finally got an official release trailer for Tiny Toons Looniversity.
Yeah. It looks like Tiny Toons. It looks like it's got the right idea. I do still have some criticisms with both the brother and sister thing, as well as making it a sort of like you have to learn how to do this kind of thing, and focusing on one of the least loony parts of the Tiny Toons mythos. But it looks funny.
Yeah, yeah. It looks interesting. It's so funny because we're so used to watching the Looney Tunes in the Looney Tunes cartoon style, that it's almost kind of nice to be like, oh, it's the 50s then. Oh, it's the Jones kind of drawn esque contemporary Looney design.
Mm-hmm.
And as for the Buster and Babs thing, also, but I should point out something. Why is everyone being all like, who's going to voice Buster? Didn't we already know who voiced Buster in this? I mean, it's not.
I don't know.
It's not Charlie Adler, but it's definitely someone.
Yeah, it's not John Castier either.
I'm pretty sure.
No, someone. Yeah. Yeah, I think they did make an official announcement, but it's somebody that's in their crew, and that's fine. Was it Bergman? Or no, that's not Bergman. I don't think.
No, but Bergman is back to voice Bugs in this, if I'm not mistaken. No, they
of course he is.
He's back, which is awesome. And by Cody, it's on Max, and apparently it's going to air on Cartoon Network, which that's great. If anything, that's worth the show existing. Is if we can get Looney Tunes on primetime Cartoon Network again, I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it.
Yeah. No, they actually haven't put it on IMDb who's actually voicing Buster, but well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And James is still surprised they revived Merlin the Magic Mouse for this. Yeah. Yeah, the Seven Arts crew are in this.
Yeah. It's gonna be a little weird.
Wait, so does that mean...
I'm excited to see what they do with him.
So does that mean the guidance counselor is going to be Norman?
I hope so.
That would be amazing. Just walk with me.
Get some Peter, Paul, and Mary in there.
Oh my goodness. And little things like Lola's in this. That's a very big thing. Like Lola's in it, but we don't know who's voicing her. Could it be Candy Sorze? Who knows? It would be nice.
Plot twist, it's Zendaya again. No, not really. No.
Or just a very relaxed, calm Kristen Wiig.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Sure.
Hi, Buster and Babs. I am Lola. I'm not going to do anything interesting because it would interfere with the 90s kids who have this weird infatuation with me that we'll not go into at this moment.
Yeah.
Though given they are in Jordan, they are in college, so having a Euphoria connection actually wouldn't be that far off.
Oh, anyway. Don't make me think about that.
Plucky Duck has the drugs. You know he would.
Yeah, of course he does, yeah. You know, Montana Max is a Nepo baby. It's a whole thing. Anyway.
Montana Max. You know what? Montana Max isn't in the show. They just make him president. They just... listen,
well, that's too easy.
We don't know how long the show's in development for. It could have been during the previous presidency. Yeah, Max had too much fun tanning in Florida. Hey, but yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's supposed to come out sometime in the fall. Right? Like
or maybe further in the future, because HBO Max is being vague as they usually do with our products.
Oh, and then that really pissed us off. Tiny Toons University was the only Looney thing they announced during that Max release in April. Yeah. It was just an image, and that ticked us off because literally, like a couple of days before that event, some footage leaked of I believe this trailer. Yeah. And it was just like a week after the event, we were like pissed off. Oh, here's the trailer. Why the fuck? Yeah. You told us this a week ago. It's
because they wanted us to suffer.
Exactly. But we got it now. That's what matters. Yeah. All right. So we've covered Looney Shorts, Looney TV. How about we do one about Looney movies? Which one do you want to do, Jordan? The writer one or the fun one?
Well, which one's next on your slide?
The writer one.
Okay, then let's do that one.
Would you like to present that one?
So they announced a writer for a Bugs Bunny movie that is in development. Is that the one you mean?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay, good. Warner Brothers is apparently developing a Bugs Bunny movie that's sort of similar to how they're doing Coyote vs. Acme, sort of like a live-action animation thing. They've hired a writer, Robert Rugen, I believe is his name, and this is somebody that's worked on Looney Productions, I believe.
Not Looney Productions, but like Warner Productions, I think.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm not seeing a lot. Maybe I'm searching the wrong guy. He doesn't seem to have a lot of like Warner.
Are you on a site?
I'm on IMDb.
Oh, okay, because I looked on his site earlier today. It's not on his. This isn't on his site anymore. So what happened? I mean, there's a writer strike going on, so maybe plans fell through.
Maybe the project is in limbo.
Yeah.
Who knows at this fucking rate? But yeah. It'd be nice if there was a new sort of Bugs Bunny movie that could hopefully capture the spirit of the originals. But with all the writers not really wanting to write right now, and for good reason, then who knows? It'll even be a thing when it starts back up.
Yeah. But you know what's a Looney movie we've been constantly, patiently, almost not psychotic-y.
Pretty psychotic, I think.
Pretty much psychotic-y. That's Coyote vs. Acme. And literally today, on Screen Rant, someone wrote up, right here on the screen, about everything we know about Coyote vs. Acme. Now, Jordan, would you like to disclose your relationship with this website?
Yeah, I used to work there, and the thing about it was that, like, and I'm going to be very careful in case, like, shit gets out, but, like, I started there, and the structure of how I was supposed to write articles was one thing, and then it kept changing, and like it became something else, and I had less and less things I was able to do, and then by the end I was like, well, now it's completely different from what it was when I started, and there's no point to any of this. So they really live and die by the algorithm, and a lot of what they put out isn't exactly things that are newsworthy. It's very much clickbaity things. And so a lot of what's out in this sort of Coyote versus Acme article is like things that we already knew. It's nothing new. It's like, okay, we still don't know when it's coming out. We still don't know anything about what it looks like. We know who's in it, obviously. We know who's producing it. We know preliminary things about it. We have no idea anything about it, and it's supposed to come out this year. So, wasted our time, essentially. But we at least know what some of the puppetry looks like for it. That's pretty cool. And we know that Warner Brothers still expects it to come out fourth quarter of the year. Other than that, we're still shit out of luck.
Yeah. Like one of the sources here is like, of course, like Looney Tunes. I think Looney Tunes appear in this movie. It says right here. However, the movie's official IMDb page lists a few additional actors who have been disclosed by Warner Bros. Officially, including Jeff Bergman and Tucker Hockey. Fun fact: anyone can edit IMDb. Yes, is that still the case? So yeah.
It depends.
Also, Tucker Hockey apparently says here it's supposed to be listed as the voice of the Roadrunner. Yeah. I don't believe that because Roadrunner has always been Paul Julian from Beyond the Grave. But
unless they got a new name for it, who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But yeah, I've never seen such a pointless article be written in my lifetime. It's just
well, Screen Rant does those.
And what really kills me, this guy, this John Cena fellow, his what's that?
I think that he wants to he wants this to just like be as well advertised as it should be. He wants to, I mean, because obviously, no spoilers for any current movies in theaters, but there are some franchises he's being written out of. Peacemaker may not have a future. All of these different things that he had a piece in, he may no longer have a piece in, and so he at least has this, this Looney Tunes movie that he's in that he wants to at least drum up as much as possible for, because he doesn't know if there's going to be sequels or if there's going to be anything for it. And look, he's doing what he can. I don't think he knows much about like when promotional material is coming at all, but like he's doing his best, and he's in an unfortunate position of having to push a movie that has nothing to be pushed. But
that's fine. But in this case where, because that's what he did. He just he'll just randomly post like, here's a Bugs Bunny image. Okay, is that just a Bugs Bunny image? Is that it's not? It's just he posts stuff for fun. I don't follow wrestling. Maybe this is a storyline in WWE right now where like he has an interest in posting random shit on Instagram for shits and giggles. I don't know. But yeah. There isn't just like one. Actually, no. I remember like the most James Gunn has said about the movie, which he's like a producer on the film. And listen, it would be a waste of any. No offense, I know we really want Angry Birds Coyote News. I get it, but it would be a waste of every reporter's time if even one of them asking, because Guardians is a fantastic film. It's a fantastic. Ask as much questions as you want about Guardians of the Galaxy 3. It's amazing, but it would be a waste of every reporter's time to be like, and before I go, Angry versus Coyote, is that still a thing? It's like
well, people have been doing that, and he's like, yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the neat side of it. It's just like one person asks, is Angry versus look, it's still a thing. He just says like, it is. I'm like, okay, cool, awesome. You want to find something funny, Jordan? Can you imagine? I'm not saying anything. Can you imagine just like it's a year or two out? We've gone through all the loony things we could possibly go. We're like, okay, this week finale, and that's when they announce Angry vs. Coyote's coming out. Okay, guys, we're wrapping it up. Wait, what's his notification?
Well.
Son of a bitch!
All right, 5 more episodes it is.
Well, back to covering more Cool Cat, because that's all we've got now.
All right. The Patty Freeling, Daffy, and Speedy cartoons, everybody. Yeah. You know, and hopefully they get something about Acme versus Coyote eventually, because I don't know how much more we can take. But yeah.
Yeah. It's just so damn ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. What can I click on that will take me to? So that's so we have the Looney News. A lot of stuff went down between April and May. Did anything go down this month that we covered? I don't remember. I think this is mostly
not really.
All right, cool. All right. So that's the end of the show. We don't have we usually have Patron topics, but we don't have any this week. It's all good. Don't fret about it.
No.
But I mean, do we want to say? Well, I guess we should promote the Patron anyway, because why not? We have a Patron over at patreon.com/TNQAF. I got some exciting perks over there. Early access to episodes, come on Sundays instead of Mondays. Backlog to live streams, including this one as soon as it ends. And also exclusive commentary tracks each and every month to patrons. This month's commentary is on The Three Caballeros, a movie that Jordan's seen and claims is amazeballs or ballistic.
A trip? No. I mean, it's not good, but it's a trip, and a lot of my friend group from the yearlies and the filmlies have that as a running gag, and so I think I put it in as a joke, and y'all voted for it anyway, which is a lot of our commentaries actually. But no, we'll have fun with that, I hope. But yeah, and plenty of other goodies on Patreon. So yeah.
Oh, okay. A comment here from Spiders about something. I guess we can say this. Why not? At the very end of the show. So, as we've stated in our past 2 episodes, we asked you guys over on the Sacramento folks on the socials, I guess, tell us what Porky Pig short you would want us to cover for a future episode. We got all your suggestions. Thank you so much. I think we got close to like 20 shorts, like 20. It was a lot.
Yeah, y'all turned out. That was great.
Thank you so much. And we put it up to a poll, and the four contestants we got were The Blowout, Boobs in the Woods, Porky's Romance, and A Case of the Stuttering Pig. Now, as for one of those 4, The Blowout was suggested by 2 people, but also that is the first official Porky Pig solo short. That's after I Haven't Got a Hat, so it has historical value. I get that. Right. Boobs in the Woods was chosen purely because 2 people said Boobs in the Woods. I mean, again, it's a good cartoon. It's a nice Daffy and Porky cartoon. Hell yeah, Boobs in the Woods. Why not? Plus, it's a funny title. You could say the word boobs in it. Boobs. Yes. The third session we got was Porky's Romance, which, again, historical value. That was the last Porky Pig short that had the that was also one that had the original voice actor, whose name escapes me.
Yeah, it's Joe Doherty.
Yeah, Joe Doherty. That's his last Porky Pig cartoon. And Case of the Stuttering Pig was picked because the plot sounded cool. That was your suggestion, Jordan. That was your selection. Why'd you put that one into the poll?
I put that one in there because it sounded cool. I think I I looked. I saw somebody suggested it, and it rung a bell. I think in the back of my head, and I think I'd heard people discuss it, and so I looked it up, and it looked pretty interesting, and so I put that on there.
Yes. And on Monday we put the poll up both on Twitter and on Instagram, and we can now confirm that the third short we'll be covering in a future Porky Pig episode coming out in early July will be Boobs. Boobs 1.
Yeah,
Boobs in the Woods. Boobs in the Woods is the third short we'll be covering. So that episode's going to be Baby Bottleneck, Bye Bye Bluebird, and Boobs in the Woods. Those are the three that we'll be covering on a special Porky Pig cartoon. And it's going to be special.
I think that's a solid bunch.
Jordan, we're moving this one. And it's going to be special because
Oh, really?
yeah, it's going to be so amazing that we're going to talk about Porky Pig cartoons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Right.
It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so, you guys are gonna lose.
Yeah. Might I just say that I think you guys really just must enjoy how verbose we are and how gracious we are with our words and with our almost poetic nature.
That's why you've been following us all these years, because when we talk about Looney Tunes, we do it with class. We do it with class while also contemplating Sylvester's well-being. That's what we do.
Yes, exactly.
All right, man. Okay. So that is the end of tonight's live stream. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow me at MarkHalem1995.
You can follow me at Tall Guy Schmidt.
If you like to keep up with the podcast, you can follow at @that_Looney, both on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can also follow our podcast wherever podcasts are readily available. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Player FM, Anchor, Stitcher, Amazon Music. Follow our YouTube channel. There's plenty of good stuff. I think there's a good video that's going to drop in a week or so.
Yeah.
And also subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/TNQAF.
All right. So before we say goodnight, I want to thank our audience who decided to come in tonight. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'd like to thank James, Cody, and Spiderus. Thank you guys so much for coming in and commenting with us, guys. We really appreciate it. Yes, thank you so much for coming. All right,
yeah.
So All right, so until next time, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jordan, and as always,